Hey guys, what's up? Max here. In some universe of the Dragon Ball multiverse, there's a legendary Super Saiyan so powerful that he was able to sweep the floor with Goku without even scratching himself. And this guy is so dangerous that he was exiled by the angels. Do you want to know about their story? So stay connected to the channel and let's go to the video. This story that I'm going to tell you now is called Dragon Ball Extinction, a well-designed story with a very interesting plot that I think is worth checking out. So stay in this video and enjoy this very cool story. The story starts in a way that at first is not explained. It starts with Goku being strangled by a guy who, by the type of hair and tail, is clearly a Saiyan. This Saiyan, who even reminds a lot of Broly by his clothes, his physical size, and his eyes, is giving Goku a real beating. He's beating Goku like a dog, guys. And after giving Goku some good punches and throwing him to the ground, he says that Goku went there just to disappoint him, and that Goku didn't make him at least get serious. But then Goku gets up and for a second activates the Ultra Instinct, but the Saiyan immediately advances against him and defeats Goku once and for all. In the moment he does that, he seems angry and shows a transformation. Seeing that region of the eyes reminds a little of Broly and Kale's Super Saiyan Berserk. After defeating Goku, this guy is surprised that he used the Ultra Instinct and wonders if anyone else can do that. I don't know what he meant, if he meant someone else besides angels or someone else besides him, but what I do know is that this guy knows about the Ultra Instinct. So that in itself is already a mystery, because it means that he somehow had contact with the angels and the gods of destruction. And an interesting thing is that he in thought questions what the angel could be wanting with that, teaching the Ultra Instinct to a mortal. Well, after a while, Goku wakes up and they talk, and this Saiyan gives him to eat a fruit that completely heals his injuries, something very similar to what happens when you eat senzu beans. But this fruit reminds me a little of that fruit from the Tree of Power, from the Dragon Ball Z third movie. Anyway, after some talk, the Saiyan asks Goku to take him to his universe because there's something he needs to check. Goku takes the Saiyan to Beerus' planet with his instant transmission, and amazingly, who'll receive him is a Vegeta transformed into Super Saiyan 3 Blue. That is a really crazy transformation. Continuing this story, Vegeta sees the visitor and says he's happy to meet another pure Saiyan, and then asks the guy's name, which so far has not been revealed in the chapter, and it won't be now that it will be, because the guy doesn't answer Vegeta. When they were about to fight, Whis arrives already ordering Vegeta to calm down and leave the visitor alone, and then the guy turns to Whis saying he wants to talk. They go to talk in a private room, and Whis scolds the guy saying he shouldn't show up like that, especially there. Then the guy starts saying that Goku went after him in the universe where the angels exiled him. Look at that, guys, a Saiyan exiled by the angels. And he keeps saying that Goku found him and went there to test his powers, but during the fight he used Ultra Instinct, and only Whis could have taught him that. Whis says that he didn't violate the agreement and that he just gives Goku some tips to improve his fighting style, and if he learned the Ultra Instinct by his own, it's because he's a genius. I'm floating around here, guys. What deal could Whis have made with a Saiyan who was exiled by the angels and was placed in another universe? It's a lot of crazy. But this guy says that Whis knows that there are only two types of Saiyans, and just those with a pure heart can control that power. Whis tells him not to worry, because Goku has a pure heart, and the Saiyan asks Whis if he's sure that Goku was born with a pure heart. Guys, just cutting the story here to open a parenthesis, actually, Goku does have a bad side inside of him. When he arrived on Earth, he was a very complicated child and gave Son Gohan a lot of work, and Goku only became that good kid we knew thanks to an accident he suffered hitting his head. In other words, what this guy might be saying is that Goku can, at some point, corrupt himself with this power, and that makes sense. But if he's saying that because he knows or felt something in Goku, I don't know. After the mysterious Saiyan asks Whis this question, the scene cuts outside, where Goku and Vegeta are already training again. Goku asks where Beerus was, and Vegeta said he went to an emergency meeting at Zeno's place. Then there's a scene where Beerus asks Whis if he has arrived, and when he says he, Beerus is referring to the Saiyan. Whis says yes, and that he is with him at the moment, but he should not worry because everything was under control. So that Whis, who is there talking to the mysterious Saiyan, is actually a clone of the original Whis, who is with Beerus at Zeno's palace. So So that means that somehow the arrival of that guy was already expected by Beerus and Wiz. That chapter is so confusing. The manga goes back to Beerus' planet, where Wiz and Saiyan suddenly start fighting. We see an explosion there in the center of the planet, and the Saiyan was already transformed. I think this guy chose to fight with the wrong guy. He might just be a clone, but he's still the fucking Wiz, bro. But he already knew Wiz, and he certainly knows the power of angels too, so he must be aware of what he's doing. Goku and Vegeta fly there and ask what's going on, and Wiz says they have to stop that guy because he's planning something against the gods. The Saiyan gets pretty screwed, since, according to him, he had to use all his power against Wiz's energy prison. Wiz was holding him back with some force field, and that's how the first chapter of this story ends. Guys, I enjoyed this story. I like the art, and the plot managed to get me involved and make me curious, although I'm still a little confused. It wasn't explained how Goku found that guy or anything like that, but we know he's a super powerful Saiyan, powerful enough to sweep the floor with Goku without breaking a sweat, and he has some history with the angels and also with the gods. This guy is apparently a legendary Super Saiyan from the past. I say that because he's identical to Broly, and this is not a coincidence. Could he be Yamoshi? Perhaps, I don't doubt that. But we'll only know in the next chapters, which I'll bring you here if this video has many positive comments. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget your like and subscribe to the channel so we become 10,000 subscribers. Until next time, bye bye.